Well, that was not what we had planned nor expected. We expected to play much better than that. Certainly, when you fumble the open kickoff and give a extra possession to a team that obviously plays fast and loves extra possessions, and then give them another 3 points, it's bottom 10 points in special teams, you put yourself in a huge hole. That's what we did, and then our details were not very good. I mean, look, I could stand up here all day. That falls on coaching. That's on me, and I have to coach better. We've got to coach better. We've got to coach our team better. That's the group we have, and we've got to coach them better. Congratulations to Tennessee, and they played well today. They were the better football team, and they certainly deserve the win today. But have to coach this football team better. That's the bottom line. So, questions?
Yeah, Brian. In the first half, all the fourth down gambles, you just feel like you had to score points to beat Tennessee. Touchdown.
Yeah, got behind by 10, and then couldn't match possessions at that time. We were within the analytical numbers too, so I was keeping an eye on where we were from that position. Once you get behind against a team like that, you're listening both to those and your opportunities to score. So felt like I needed to.
Ryan, I guess first update, anything with Will Campbell and Garrett Dellinger?
So Will, in our walkthrough, had an episode, and we really didn't know what it was. He's had a battery of tests. They've ruled out virtually, any life-threatening, serious, medical situations. He's still going to have a couple more tests done before he's released. So, obviously that's really a positive thing. I was told that, some of it may be to do with some dehydration. I don't know that that's the only thing, but certainly that affected our team. The young man went down during a walkthrough, and EMS is called, and the ambulance is in your on your field. But our thoughts are with him, and you saw he posted an Instagram. He seemed to be doing pretty good there. Garrett Dellinger, took a blow to the knee. It's a knee strain. We'll get an MRI. He had a knee brace on, but that's the good news. But we'll get an MRI and have more information for you here in the next press conference.
In the back of the cameras, Coach, what would be the determining factor to maybe try another quarterback at that position? And what are your assessments of Jaden getting the ball out on time, in rhythm, to move this offense down the field?
So what was the question?
Any thought to playing another quarterback? And then Jaden appeared from the field that I had to struggle getting the ball out in rhythm and on time.
Yeah, well, we see it differently. Yeah, we think that the one part of the offense that was pretty good today was the quarterback. Yeah.
Brian, what exactly happened on the opening kickoff? Looked like you and Coach Mullane were kind of running down, telling Jack to go to the other side, and then obviously.
Yeah, so they had a kicker that could move the ball equally. At 30 kickoffs, 15 to the right, 15 to the left. So we wanted to set Jack to the side of the kick. Once the ball had blown off the tee, the guy that came to put the hold on the ball came from that side, the left side, so we knew it was going to go to the opposite side. So it just made sense to flip the two of them. And what obviously made a lot more sense was that they decided to kick into the wind, so it was going to be a short kick, and we wanted our best fielder in that situation over there. Unfortunately, it was a little too short, and Jack couldn't get up to it in a timely fashion.
Hey, Coach, right here. The running backs in the game with 18 yards, but did it just make it tough for you all as an offense to stay balanced, to keep them off balance?
Yeah. I mean, we had to throw the ball so much, obviously getting behind, and and I didn't mean to be short with you, but there's so many other things to an offense, right? Our left tackle went down. Our starting left guard's got a broken hand, and then he goes down. We've got a makeshift offensive line battling their tail off, and it's easy to point to the quarterback, but we got behind. He's got to throw every down. They know he's got to throw it down, every down, and so it's hard to be balanced, and it's hard to say, hey, it's one guy. As I said, we got to coach better. Our attention to detail and the details was not very good, and that falls on us as coaches. I wasn't apologizing. I was just being nice to you. Okay? So let's not get all huggy. Yeah, you're not getting invited to the golf outing.
Coach, at this point, do you think there needs to be like a week-to-week change in how special teams is addressed and coached with like multiple weeks of mistakes in different areas?
Like we're on double secret probation. I mean, it stinks, right? You can't give up points, right? I mean, Jack Bescher's the best guy we have. They put a pooch kick into the corner. I mean, he's got to haul up there and catch that football. I mean, that's the best guy we got. Now, I'm back there with him, and we're working on those kicks. We didn't execute there. We outkicked our coverage. We bomb one into the wind. We give that returner about a 20-yard separation, and we don't get off. One of our gunners doesn't get off a block. He's the best guy we got. So we just got to coach better. I mean, yes, and maybe we've got to simplify some things. So we'll go back and we'll look at special teams, and we'll look if there's things that we've got to simplify even more to make sure that those mistakes, because you're absolutely right, you can't spot anybody 10 points and expect to win football games.
Coach, after 2 failed fourth down attempts and then 3 incomplete passes, what gave you the confidence to go for it on fourth down going into the end of the half?
Necessity. I felt like we had to make something happen in those situations. I'm not somebody that kind of looks at what happened in the past. I still feel confident in my group. It still was a green go scenario for us, and when we look at the analytics, so it was right on the edge. It was a 4th and 10 go. I think it was 4th and 10 in that situation. It was a go in our book. So again, I could have taken a conservative route there. I just felt like we needed to continue to be aggressive.
Yeah, hey Coach, just on the opposite end, you guys have been pretty solid in the run defense, but just they were able to have some success there. Just what were you seeing in terms of what they were doing?
Yeah, again, our details weren't very good. We didn't tackle very well. Again, I could give you a number of different reasons for it, but it falls on us as coaches. We have to communicate better. We missed some signals. That's on us. I mean, we have to have a better system where guys don't miss signals after we're double checking. They look, we look. We had a couple of those scenarios, and that's just, again, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but those are the guys that are playing for us, and we've got to get them to play better.
Coach, over here, on the 4th and 1 after Jaden didn't throw the ball, whatever, I saw you discussing it or getting after him maybe a little bit. What was your problem with that, please?
Yeah, we had one-on-one coverage, and he was waiting for the route to open, and my point to him was, it's 4th down. Give him a shot to make a play, and sometimes you're not going to get the receiver separation that you're looking for. You got to go make a play and put the ball in a position where maybe we get a PI, maybe we get a call, We had a couple of those, and he's learning about those. We had a 2-point conversion where, you know, the plays break on the front pylon, the back pylon, and through the goalpost. Put it in one of those areas, and you got a chance to make a play. So that's what we were talking about.
Coach, has time for 2 more, Scooter. What is your thinking when winning the coin toss as to whether to defer or take the ball?
Yeah, I mean, I had that question last week. We deferred last week. I felt like getting our defense on the field against Auburn's offense was the right thing to do. But with this offense, you don't want to give them any more possessions. And so that was what went into my thinking this past week.
Coach, in your first year, I'm sure you're trying to build them up, be positive and confidence and whatnot. Is there anything positive in a game like this that's a little bit humbling and to say, this is how far we've got to go, to get where we want to be?
Well, I mean, obviously it allows you to really look at clearly, the areas that you have to support the program in, and certainly, the old line, we don't have anybody walking through that door that's going to change this football team dramatically, right? So we have to focus on ourselves as coaches and do the things necessary to make this team better. We may be slow to the punch in terms of going to 7-man protection to help our offensive line. We're going to have to do some things like that and help this football team. They want to win. They're going to play hard. And so that's why, again, I'll say I like this team. I like the grit in them. I like the way they fight. We've got to do a better job coaching them. All right, thank you.